Hey there, my name is Jeff, and today I'm going to talk about meditation. What do you know about meditation? Actually, I want to know what you know. But for me, meditation was something that I had always heard about, and I imagined some New Ager sitting, cross-legged and chanting Om, or a monk in a cave, or a wizard meditating, and then I don't know. That's what I imagined it, and then it also had a connotation of being somewhat esoteric or weird, maybe, if I want to put it that way, not normal. But nowadays, meditation is getting very mainstream. So many businesses are picking up on this concept that meditation makes for more productive employees. They have regular rests, regular silence breaks, and all this kind of stuff. They encourage people to go inward and all that kind of stuff. So you see meditation very popular, and now with also the popularity of yoga in mainstream Western culture, that it's not becoming such a strange thing to meditate. However, there's different types of meditation you can get into, but the most common one is mindfulness meditation. And mindfulness meditation is simply taking specific time to sit in silence and become aware of your thoughts, be mindful. It's a deliberate practice of training your mindfulness muscle. The purpose of mindfulness is to expand your awareness, to wake up, basically. This is the thing that really woke me up, I feel like. So it woke me up to a bigger picture of myself, my emotions, the energy that I feel in my body. It woke me up to my thoughts, recognizing that my thoughts are somehow like observable, and the fact that they're observable means who is the one observing. And I didn't have to react to any of those thoughts. That's what meditation does. It is a daily practice of training yourself to become more focused, to train yourself to become more focused, you are observing your thoughts, and you just notice them. You sit there and you watch and wait for your thoughts. It's not about clearing your mind, because you can't clear your mind. Thoughts come and you become aware of them. But most of the time, when we have thoughts, we engage in them. We think, oh, I really gotta do that thing. I really gotta wrap this up, or oh, I forgot to contact that person. And as you sit there and watch your thoughts, you realize you don't have to engage. You can feel the thought come in. You can watch it, feel the energy and the urgency it creates in you. You watch your emotion, you watch the sensations, and then you watch it fade away. You notice it, you say, huh, that's a thought, that's a feeling, that's an emotion. Oh, that one's really urgent. Oh, that one makes me feel good, that one makes me feel bad. And then it's like clouds in the sky. They come and they go. It's like ripples in a pond. It's like, and then it settles out, and another thought comes in, and there's all these thoughts like rain coming in. It's a really hectic and chaotic, and that's how your mind feels. But when you allow it to come and go, it eventually settles down. And that's what they call clearing your mind. You get this clear pond, this clear sky. And that's the practice of meditation, of mindfulness meditation. Okay, so how long do you have to meditate for? Well, for me, I started with 5 minutes of silence every morning. And I didn't know how to meditate. All I needed to do was sit in silence. Eventually, I got curious and wanted to learn about meditation, so I read the books The Power of Now, and I read the book Mindfulness in Plain English. Those were amazing to get me familiar with meditation and mindfulness in a way that I understood with my worldview. Not coming from an overly spiritual background. I was not a Buddhist. I was not in any of that stuff. But through meditation, I got familiar with Buddhism, and I got familiar with spirituality. I didn't jump in to become a monk or anything like that, but now I understand where they're coming from and how they have so many. They speak a lot of truth in what meditation does, and it helps us detach from our thoughts and our identities, and it helps give us clarity and inner peace. And we all need some inner peace and self-love. Now, when you train your focus muscle to focus on those thoughts, actually what you're doing, you focus on your breath. This is the most common thing that people do. They give themselves an anchor in the meditation. So that way there's always something to come back to when they notice their thoughts. So what people typically do, they say, is take a deep breath. To start with, take a few deep breaths. And then put your awareness to your nose, where the breath goes in and out. Watch it come in, watch it go out. Watch it come in, watch it go out. And if it helps, count 1 when you breathe in, 2 when you breathe out, 3, 4. Okay? See if you can get to 10. See if you can get to 20 or 100, 1,000. Okay, now we're pushing it. But what's going to happen is you're going to think about stuff. You're going to get distracted. Something's either going to come into your room and mess you up, or your thoughts are going to engage you and you're going to feel like you want to quit. Your back's going to hurt, all this stupid stuff. It's going to happen. And then you realize you lost count, or you realize you stopped counting, or stopped noticing your breath. Then you gently bring it back to the breath. Bring your focus, your conscious awareness to your breath. And the cool thing is notice how you're able to point your conscious awareness to somewhere, like your nose. If I said to you right now, put your awareness in your heart space, it's like you're all of a sudden you're feeling your heart, you're aware of it now, and you're aware of its existence. Put your awareness in your feet. Now move your awareness up your legs and into your body, and then feel what it's like to feel in your shins and your knees and your thighs. That's another type of meditation. What you're doing, without even realizing it, is you are consciously training your ability to move your consciousness, move your awareness to a specific point. Why is that important? Well, that actually becomes quite an interesting point when we talk about consciousness and awareness and our ability to... Okay, I'm not an expert in that, so I'm not even going to front and tell you like I know what I'm talking about and of why. I know that when I put my consciousness in my heart, I can feel all of a sudden my heart starts to change. Like it's like I feel it. I feel like sometimes I feel this weird churning, which might be a chakra or something like that. That's another thing that if you get into meditation, you might end up learning about the chakra system. If that resonates with you, go for it. But that's not anything that I subscribe to. I'm aware of it. But I love the ability that you are able to train and focus your consciousness. And also notice that when your consciousness, you can focus it like a laser. Like I'm focused right here on my nostrils. I'm watching the breath coming in and out. And then expand my focus to the room. All of a sudden I'm aware of my whole room. And then expand your awareness to, way outward, like the city, now I'm focusing on me and the planet. My awareness is huge now. I'm just like observing it. That might sound a little bit woo-woo or something like that to you, but I'm just fascinated that you can do that. And I never paid attention to stuff like that before. But meditation, it definitely brings me greater clarity and inner peace and awareness. And that's what the trick is. You don't have to meditate every single day. I don't meditate every day. I do most of the time. But what it's done is it actually makes me mindful almost all day. No longer am I only mindful when I'm meditating, but I am mindful when I'm doing the dishes. I'm mindful when I'm walking around the block. I'm just present. It's the practice of being in the present moment. And that's the best I can say, is experiencing now, experiencing what we are right now in this moment. I did a podcast on meditation with George Coghill on makermistaker.com/meditation. Check that out. We talk about both of our meditation practices, how we started, and where it went for us. For me, I got into a lot more esoteric stuff. I got into lucid dreaming and astral projection. I learned about the concept of enlightenment, and I went down that rabbit hole for a while. It got me awake to my spiritual essence, all that stuff. Really cool. But figure out what meditation means for you, and don't be afraid to read about it and dive into it. Start with Mindfulness in Plain English if you need a starting point. Read Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now. Awesome book about being in the present moment and how meditation gets you there. Good stuff. So that's meditation for you. Namaste.